come to life. But your dead will live, Lord. Their bodies will rise. Okay? When does that happen? It doesn't happen at the end when we hang out on the earth. No. It says they will rise. Let those who dwell in the dust of the earth wake up. Boy, that sounds just like Daniel 12, doesn't it? And shout for joy. Your dew is like the dew of the morning. The earth will give birth to her dead. And then what happens? Then we reign on earth for 1,000 years. No. Then we go into the rooms. See the order of things here? Resurrection, then the rooms. Not rooms, then resurrection. When people say, oh, we get resurrected at the end. No. The only people that get resurrected at the end, as it says in Scripture, in Revelation 20, are the people who were killed during the tribulation. It says it right there in the Bible. Okay? And then that's the first resurrection. Then the second one, again, by first, it's just the first one that takes place after Jesus comes back. Okay? They're just distinguishing it from the next one that's going to happen after the 1,000-year reign. Doesn't mean the first ever. There's been plenty of resurrections throughout history, including it's believed those who may have gone to heaven already, like those who were resurrected at the time of Christ. Now, they might have just lived out their life, but they might have been our positive as well. We don't really know. But the bottom line is, it's resurrection first, then they go into their rooms. You see? So it's not like you're going to go have this time of, and you're going into these rooms and you're shutting the doors behind you and you hide yourselves for a little while until his wrath has passed by. You see the order of events: resurrection, rooms, wrath. That's the order. The three R's, even though it's a W. But it's the three R's. Resurrection, say it with me, resurrection, rooms, wrath. In that order. That's the order. Okay? It's not at the end. It's the 1,000 years, if you want to call that the rooms, that's not the wrath. He doesn't bring wrath at that point. The wrath is done. Judgment Day isn't a matter of wrath. That's just Judgment Day. Okay? That's just him sending everybody to hell. I mean, you could say, well, there's some wrath involved there, but really it's not. At that point, the wrath is done. He's doing the wrath now. The Jacob's trouble is the wrath. And when he comes and throws Satan into hell and fights the armies, that's the wrath. The Judgment Day is just, business, taking care of business. It's like, okay, this needs to be done. Separate sheep from goats. Okay, you guys depart. You guys stay. That simple. It's not a wrathful time, really. It's just a matter-of-fact sort of time. But that's the order of things, guys. Resurrection, rooms, wrath. The three R's. Remember the three R's? We'll consider wrath an R. You know what I'm saying. Okay? Resurrection, rooms, wrath. So first the resurrection. Then we go into the rooms. Enter the rooms, shut the doors behind us. Hide yourselves for a little while until his wrath has passed by. See, the Lord is coming out of his dwelling to punish the people of the earth. See, then he comes out of his dwelling. Okay? We can add that in too. Okay? Resurrection, rooms, wrath. We need an R word for it. Removed from his dwelling. We'll come up with an R word for that one. But resurrection, rooms, wrath. Here comes the Lord. Here comes the Lord out of his dwelling to punish the people for their sins. Okay? Which I guess is his wrath as well. So, we'll just count that as wrath. But the bottom line is, he doesn't come out, okay, of his dwelling. It's not like we don't meet him in the air. Like some people like to say, well, when he comes back, we're going to meet him like going out to meet, kind of like they met him at Palm Sunday when he comes into that's when we're going to go meet him, and then we're going to go into the kingdom with him. I mean, yes, you could argue it's like that, but it's kind of like there's a pause in between. There's a 7-day time period in between, and there's something else along those lines. Maybe I haven't even gotten it to yet. Guys, I've still got a lot to share. I hope you're up for it, man, because I sure am. Even though I can't talk, I am up for tonight, man, because I got a lot to share with you tonight. Are you tracking with me, guys? Resurrection, rooms, wrath. That's the order of things. Okay, I see some of you saying it. I see some of you saying it. Let me see here. Resurrection, rooms, then wrath. Amanda's got it. Amanda, way to go. Makes 100% sense. Awesome. And rain. Oh, let's not forget rain. Awesome. Yay. You did it. You came up with the last one. It's in that order, guys. That's how it works. So a lot of people say, oh, we're not going to meet him in the air until he comes back. When he comes back in Revelation 19, then we go meet him like meeting a king. Guys, that's not in Revelation 19. Do you see that in Revelation 19 and 20? No. We're on horses with him at that point. It actually says we're wearing the fine white linen, which is the righteous acts of the saints. The angels aren't going to be wearing our acts. Does that make sense? A general wears his accomplishments on his badge, right? That comes from God. We are going to wear our own righteous acts that represent us, right? So we're coming with him, and then we're going to be seated for judgment, right? We read about that. I shared that scripture last time. We read about that in Daniel 7 there, where they seat for judgment. The court is seated, right? We're part of the court. It says that in 1 Corinthians 6. We will judge the world and angels. Well, yeah, we're going to judge the angels because we're judging the demons, guys. Those are the angels that we're going to judge, the fallen angels. Obviously, the angels with God don't need to be judged. They're pure and holy. But the ones that turn from him, those are the angels we're going to judge. And so we don't go and meet him like on the horse, say, hey, Jesus, how's it going? He's like, get out of my way. I'm trying to kill. He doesn't say that, but I'm just saying it's like, it would be kind of ridiculous, right? We get run over by the horses, right? Obviously, he wouldn't do that to us. I'm making a joke, but it would be silly on our parts. It would just be silly. It doesn't make any sense. The order of things does not make sense that way, and it's not that way. It's not in the Bible that way. The way it's in the Bible is, once again, thank you, Amanda, and thank you, resurrection, and everybody else is saying it. Resurrection, rooms, wrath, in that order. Okay, keep that in your mind because we're